I make fire.
After a cold, windy evening with numerous downpours, we woke to a bright, sunny day and decided to walk down to check out the hot springs in better light. That one is super, super deep. Get in there. Oh, God. Oh, nice and clear this morning. All the sludge we cleared out of it last night. There are many pools at this location, but only one that you can really soak in safely. So last night we were soaking in the hot spring, and we hear all this bubble, 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 and some frogs calling from down here. So we wandered down, and it's a secondary part of the hot springs. This one has a lot more actual volcanic activity to it. Lots of little steam vents here. Some actually pretty aggressive bubbling. I feel like this is bubbling a lot more than it was last night.
I think so too.
It's kind of cool. It's like little mountains underneath. Yeah. Apparently, Central Washington University is doing some scientific research here. They say do not disturb any instruments, but I haven't seen anything. So I hope we're not disturbing something that we don't know about. A legitimate hot stream flowing out of that big one back there. It's pumping out a good amount of water. Still pretty hot down there? It's just an animal carcass back over there.
Oh yeah, that's real healthy.
Be nice. You were in Oregon?
Sitting by the road, looking for a ride home. It was milepost 12, and I was all alone. Sun beating down on the back of my neck. Oh Lord, let me find a peaceful place to rest. I was too far from home. I gotta get back to Oregon. Too far to roam, trying to get back to Oregon.
So the Steens mountain area here that we're in, the Steens Mountains, it's a range, you can see it there. It's a section of uplifts. So this whole section of southern Oregon, southern and then southeastern Oregon, there's no real mountains, it's just all these plates that are getting forced up. So you've got super low lakes on one side, on the western side, and then these super steep, 1,000-foot drops on the opposite side. And the Steens, this is the most extreme, the tallest one of them. I think there's 4 or 5 different actual uplifts. The goal for the day was to explore some roads that neither of us had been on before. We would work our way west and eventually north, with the end goal of the day being Leslie Gulch on the Oahe Reservoir.
Here we are, going through the fields of Mars, following the ancient and dry riverbed that was.
Water has long since left these areas. Except last night. There was a lot of water last night.
Last night was a lot of water.
Good thing the General's here to protect us.
Yeah, General. Good old General Tire. Grabber 18-2.
Working hard in the heat of the day, waves of sweat dripping down my face. Take a dram, quench my thirst. Keep on working, got to fill my purse.
As we ascended out of the Alvord Basin, we encountered our first bit of trouble. A washed out section of road with an extreme angle.
With another man. You look at me, then at the door. My hand went straight for my 44.
But it wasn't anything the Montero couldn't handle after actually putting it in four-wheel drive for the first time.
Yes, I don't know what I do if I catch you.
The road ascended steadily out of the Alvord Desert until we crested the ridgetop and saw the next basin on the horizon. Wild horses hanging out in the distance there. Way out there. Mustangs. The road evened out nicely, and we were able to cruise along at a decent pace towards the next playa. As we neared the shallow lake, the amount of water on the road steadily increased. We drove as close as we safely could and decided to walk the rest of the way to the lake. Starting to get soft. Good thing we got a towel for you. You got dirt on your nose, huh? Come on. You're walking on water. Why do you keep eating dirt? What is wrong with you? The near constant strong winds in this area make it a very popular location for kiteboarding. We were surprised there was nobody out playing while we were in the area, but perhaps it was too early in the season. It seemed like one of us, though, was more than willing to splash around and have a good time.
Have you something to say?
Tailgate, PB&Js were for lunch, and then we made tracks as our road turned north towards the Oahe River.
This ain't over, girl, I'll see you in hell. If I don't know what I do, yeah.
After hitting the pavement for a bit to make up lost time, we dropped into Leslie Gulch and were rewarded with this spectacular example of the crafting power of wind, water, and time. Sean wants to climb that.
All the climbing.
The 20-minute drive down Leslie Gulch to the Oahe Reservoir is truly a spectacle not to be missed.
You can pay me just $1 or $2. I'll sing you that good old Mountain Dew. Oh, I once had a pretty little gal, but mine she never will be. So curse everything in town, burn it all down to the ground.
Our original plan was to have Leslie Gulch be our final destination for the day, but after seeing the campground provided, we decided to push on to find a better spot.
Like water from the ground.
We still had plenty of daylight left, and wanting to stretch our legs, we parked near one of the side canyons and hiked up to see what it had to offer.
For the same damn thing, madmen on the run. Oh, we take and take, but we do not give.
The trail itself was the dry creek bed, which provided easy hiking. And after 15 minutes or so, we actually found water, which, in what would become a minor theme of the trip, Shia, my German Shepherd, splashed in delightfully. And Sean. There's an apple tree. Wonder if it ever actually produces anything.
It's budding up.
That's cool. Somebody has probably eaten an apple on a hike or something and left it there.
Yeah, right.
Much of the rock in the area looked superb for climbing, though one of us had elevated ideas of her abilities. Come on, let's go. As the late afternoon light reflected off of the red stone canyons, the creek bed opened up to a magnificent valley. The capabilities of water and wind, given enough time, never cease to amaze.
The full moon rising on a cool, clear night. Living this moment with no end.
We soaked in the warmth of the sun's rays before heading back down the canyon to try to find a camping spot for the evening.
Your face. It's a slow sun setting without a trace.
Both of us had noticed a side road earlier in the day, and after a half hour of rumbling along one of the ruggedest roads on the trip so far, we realized we were in for a treat this evening.
My mind. It's a cold winter's day to keep you from trying. Some wind in your face on a mountain's edge. Yeah, it's time, baby, time, and enough's been said. You know life will keep moving on. For you know it, I will be.
In a landscape reminiscent of Middle Earth, we saw red cliffs rising in the distance, and we knew that we had reached the end of the road for the day. We have arrived at our camp for the night. I don't think we could have discovered a better place. No footage was shot this evening due to both of us being extremely tired from the day's travels. The cold, clear, starry night enveloped us, and we sat around a hot fire, enjoying the evening's stillness. We slept well that night, eagerly anticipating the adventures that the following day would bring.
Oh, wake up, my dear brother. Why do you sleep so sound? Them people all around you done put you in the